this is
Is it
this
okay?
is yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I think what's very important, if you have some kind of challenge, you say, okay, I have this challenge. Yes. What can I do about it? When I say what can I do about it, it's about start doing research, learning your reactions, what triggers you, like what kind of people, what kind of situations, when maybe, is it at the beginning of the month? Is it like, I don't know, with a full moon even? Yes, because now we know that full moon also affects your emotions, you mentally.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah,
So I think it's very important because whatever challenge you have, whether it's depression or whatever it is, you are not the same person as another person, because yes, we right away put in a box and yes, you're depressed, you're bipolar, you have ADHD, yes, but you also have your own personality and everything. And I think it's very important to learn about yourself, to do research, how to help yourself, as you mentioned before, have tools. And so you learn how to react, how to help yourself, yes, not
yeah,
putting on other people. And maybe also being honest what's happening, yeah, so people understand like why you behave sometimes in certain ways. But I had something a little bit different, yes, in my life. I had um i had something that I was told I will have to take a medicine for rest of my life, and that medicine was very expensive on a monthly basis.
mm,
What I decide, I just decided to change my lifestyle, meaning um, I stopped using alcohol. I started eating healthier, and my body is not affected that way as I've seen it affects other people. Yes, if you don't take
mm.
care of yourself. So I think it's very, very important to listen and definitely listen to the doctors, their expertise and everything, but also learn about yourself
Yeah,
and do your own research.
yeah. And listen to your what your body is telling you. That's important because everybody tells you something. And I remember when I was before I got diagnosed with depression, I was in a car and I have all the feelings for a stroke. And my friend says to me, Anela, what you're talking about is a stroke. And I said, yeah, yeah, yeah. I just stressed. So I need feet up and have a cup of coffee and I will be fine. But 10 minutes later, I was unconscious. And my body have told me something is wrong, but I didn't listen. And it has told me for a long, long time. So when you don't listen, the body will react. And in my case, I was unconscious, I was hospitalized and examined, and they thought I have a stroke. But all the examination I was into, it was not a stroke. So finally, they say it must be mental. So I was sent to a cognitive therapist, and he found out that it was stress that I have. So it's very important to listen to your body because don't acknowledge the signs that sense to you.
Yes, and I'm just thinking right now that actually a lot of people they doing opposite to what you said. They are ignoring, yes, the signs.
Yeah,
I don't know, maybe they're too busy, or if the person that smokes a lot or drinks a lot, yes, so
yeah.
they ignoring because that addiction may be even stronger than they are, yes. And a lot of people, I think, still live. Uh, I think it's very important to have mindfulness in our lives, yes.
Yeah.
So when you are mindful, you are aware what's happening with you physically, mentally, and emotionally. And you just said, like, good example, yes, like what happened to you? And yes, it wasn't, thank God it wasn't a stroke, but uh stress can do that to you.
Yeah, it can. I was afterwards, I was paralyzed in my left side of the body for
And what it
so
took.
I have to learn how to stand and crawl and walk again. And it took me 6 months. And when I see people now and they are saying, I have stress. Yeah, but why do you have stress? Yeah, because I couldn't find my child's shoes this morning. That's not stress, because stress is something else. That's just a hectic day you have, and maybe you should structure your day so you don't come into that situation again. But I don't know if you know, many people are saying when they are a little bit stressed, they are saying, "Oh, I will do start on Monday with my diet or my mosh, exercising and being a healthier, but I will do it on Monday because I need to do this and this and this." And then it will become Monday and they don't start, because then there's another excuse to starting the way of looking at your life again.
How do you how do you think how to go through this? Because it sounds like a little bit, it could be procrastination, yes.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes it can be also like another thing, not procrastination, but for me personally, I don't want to label myself, but I do have ADHD. And for me, it's very, very difficult to concentrate. So, meaning also to have a discipline because my mind goes all different directions.
Mm.
So, this is the challenge, you know? And like I said, could be procrastination. Or I think what comes to my mind also could be even as lack of self-love, because when you don't love yourself consciously you would think, yes, I take care of myself, I eat, I walk or whatever it is. But if you unconsciously have this belief, then you just don't put effort. It's almost like intentionally sabotaging whatever would make you better, feeling healthier, mentally, emotionally, physically, feeling better, feeling more fulfilled, confident, you name it. Yes, all positive emotions.
Mm.
But because that inner inner belief, it could be also that, I think.
Yeah, I think so. And I think we need, as a person, as people, to heal the whole human body, mind, and soul. Because you can't do one thing and then forget to do with the other things, because it's all together in one. So if you don't have your mind and your soul with, then you will not get the result. I think, for me example, I'm not the best role model at that point, because I would like to lose some weight, and I can tell you what I need to do, but why don't I do it myself? I blocked for doing something that will be a benefit for me and be healthier for me. But why don't I do it?
I,
Many
I,
people are
I
doing
think
that.
it could be many reasons, isn't it? And one thing I think is already like, because it's always best to look like positively in things, and I see already you have it in your mind. So you already, like, you made this first step. It's in your mind. You know what you need to do. So now I feel with you being so positive and being therapist and knowing, yes, knowing more than maybe just regular person. Um, just knowing tools and just finding time, maybe discipline, whatever it will take you. But it's very interesting. I'm glad that you mentioned that if you try to fix only body, but your mind is not in a good place, I'm just thinking about if you go to the gym and you exercise and you build muscle and everything, but you never took care of, maybe there was trauma, or you don't take care how to deal with stress. Look how much anger you can put on yourself. I mean, a lot of judgment on yourself, anger on other people. Emotions and stress can kill you. So if you just take care of physical body and the other elements, mind and even soul, that people that more open to that, yeah, it's not taking care of it, what's it gonna be?
Yeah, exactly. And even though I'm a therapist and I have the tools, why don't I use them? I say we talked about a few minutes ago. People are saying, I will do it on Monday. I used to say that because I just need to finish this, then I can do it on Monday or Tuesday. And all the day are gone, and next week, and I haven't going to do it. I just, and banging myself in the head every single day because I don't do it. So I need, a kick in the butt. And I think a lot of people need the kick in the butt, but every time you need the kick in the butt from someone else, most of the time you have to pay for it with a coach or a fitness trainer, personal trainer, or a diet. What do you know with
That
food? Yeah, yeah. And a lot of the people haven't the economic to do it, so I just sit back and yeah, because maybe I win in lottery, but
maybe.
yeah, and then you again have the excuse for not doing what's being healthy for you.
It's very interesting to what you say, because I look at it two ways, and also on my own experience. So there is things like finding excuses. Yeah, sometimes we say we don't have time, or a lot of times we say we don't have money, and it's true. Maybe sometimes money is scarce in life, yes. But I look at people that say those things, yes.
Yeah.
Uh, they don't have money, for example, for therapy that possibly really, really would be lifesaver, like changing, yes, changing, growing, that would bring your development, yes, and other positive things in your life. Um, they say they don't have money for that, but they have money for cigarettes and alcohol and going to bars, or like spending money on something that doesn't give you anything
Mm.
good. Yes.
Yeah.
So I think it's very important when you want to make life changes, it's very important to be very gentle with yourself. Because if we start judging ourselves, then we really just shifting the focus on judging, but still not doing. And I I have clients, and I know on my own experience, when you just, yes, you keep judging yourself, but nothing is happening. And I remember the time when that was happening to me. Yes.
Mm.
I had to say, Neringa, stop doing this. Or you do it, or just stop judging yourself. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's very, very important to understand that we're humans. No matter, we're therapists, that we know things and everything, we still are humans. And no matter what, we need to be gentle with ourselves. Yes. But at the same time, when you said about kicking the butt, sometimes we have to do it to ourselves. Yes. Because when other people do it, whether they want us from all their heart to make changes in life for the health reasons or whatever, we can get very defensive. Yes. So understanding all this, very, very important. And I think that's why we need mindfulness. Yes. So on a daily basis, we check in how we're feeling, what are we doing. And in my case is this, I learned not to judge myself. It still takes me a time to start doing something. But what happens to me one day, I just take and do it, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Starting exercising to discipline, it's still hard for me, yes, but knowing that discipline can bring really positive changes, whether it's a relationships, whether it's in your career, whether it's in your business. I mean, I just think it's really, really worth it to give yourself a kick in the butt and use a mindfulness as a tool on a daily basis to really start working towards that.
Yeah. And I I think mindfulness is, it's not so complicated as some people are doing it, think it is, because mindfulness is just sitting, take time to breathe, notice your breathing in and out. That's all. Or just take your hand, look at that for a couple of minutes. That's mindfulness. You don't need to sit in an awkward position or have a special clothes, or, you know, it's just, you can also washing up the dishes, just look at it and see how you do it. That's a daily thing you do, or when you are making food or preparing dinner or something, you can do it mindfulnessly. And yeah,
So what you are saying that if we create, like if we use mindfulness on a daily basis, it's like creating habit like just anything else.
yeah,
People have a habit of like smoking cigarette. They wake up in the morning, they have a cigarette. Why is not waking up in the morning and every morning choosing being mindful? Yes.
yeah,
Watching everything what you say. And it's very interesting what you're saying, just being mindful is just looking at your hand. I like that example because to me, it says, I am here and now. I'm
mm,
not in the past, my worrying about something that happened and it's in the past. But if you start bringing that past in your present, it's like it takes over, yeah. So the same like instead of being present here and now, looking at something, feeling, smelling, or whatever it is, you afraid of being scared of your future. So once again, isn't it? It's like something might never come, and that's why it's so important to be mindful, to be present, like you said, to be here and now. Just
yeah,
sometimes looking at your hand, and it's like I am here and now. What can I do, for example, with this challenge or I don't know, whatever is happening in the life, isn't it, at that moment?
yeah. And that's so interesting because you can do it everywhere, in the job, in your work, in the fitness center, and in the school. You can go out 5 minutes to the toilet, just sit there, or you can stand in the queue in the supermarket and just look at the person in front of you, look at the neck and the hair, and just, yeah, look, not staring, so it's awkward, but yeah, just be there, and stand still. It's not so complicated. but we as humans are making everything complicating.
So can I ask you, what do you use any tools like mindfulness tools for yourself, like on a daily basis?
I mostly use it when I go out because I have anxiety. And when I'm in a group of a lot of people, my anxiety will come. Then I concentrate on my breathing in the car. Also because I want to be focused on the traffic. So there I use the mindfulness, but I also do it in the morning when I wake up in the morning. I just lay there and look at the ceiling and say, oh, I'm awake now. Okay, I can put my feet to the ground and I can stand up now and do it slowly. Don't rush out, but take my time and think, oh, now I'm doing that. Now I'm going to brush my teeth. Uh, Talk in my head. And as you said before, with your concentration, because of my stress, I don't, when I got stressed, I can't concentrate. I can't focus. So that's not just because you have ADHD, it's also because I have had stress. So that's why I talk about labels. We have the same issues. Just a moment, yeah. Hvor du sætter sparsen hen? I køleskabet. He just want to know where the asparagus was. So, Neringa, we have a few minutes left. So, yeah.
So before we go, I think it's very, very important. Thank you for sharing about the breathing exercise and everything. That's exactly what I do. In the morning, I wake up and I do breathing exercises on a daily basis. It's like I need that. Yes. So I created the habit of this. I think what also really, really good and what I do, I also in the morning, I open the terrace door, I walk out of it, and on a daily basis, I just look at the views and I express my gratitude.
Yeah.
So I think it's another good tool, like a gratitude and appreciation that keeps you in the present, in the here and now. And everyone can find their own tools because there's so many tools, and just by doing research online, you can find so much.
Yeah. And you can also just do what you normally do because that's your thing to do, and not a therapist or a coach who have said that to you. But what's working for you, do it and continue to do it. And yeah, just be happy for being here and be grateful. And that's another topic we could have talking about, because there's a lot in life to be grateful about and not just be rude and yeah, ungrateful.
Yes, and not mindful.
Yeah, and not exactly. You are so right. So yeah. Oh, we have a little time again. So, so when you are doing mindfulness, where do you do it, and in do you when you do it daily, do you also do it when you are in a situation where you are uncertain of something? Do you use mindfulness there?
Yes, definitely more and more. And I see how helpful it is because, sometimes at work it can be very stressful, isn't it? So I found myself, more you do it, easier it gets. Um, the moment when the stress starts get into you. You can train yourself to catch that negative thought or negative feeling, whatever it happens in your mind. It can be in your throat, it can be in your heart, or in the fear in the stomach. So when I catch that mindfully, I always tell myself, I choose. I think it's very, very powerful words. Like I choose, I'm aware what's happening, but I choose not to stress myself out, because whether you're stressed out or not, you're still gonna have that challenge. So you pick. And my pick is this. I am very stressed out. There's something happening, but what can I do to change it instead of just sitting in the stress, taking on my head is like, I cannot take this anymore. And you stop the process of getting better. And more I do it, more it works with people, with situations everywhere. It's like a miracle.
Yeah. And I love your hands doing that because you have two hands, you have two choices. Do and don't. Do and don't all the time. It's up to you what you choose, the bad thing or the good thing. What do you want in your life? So yeah, I think that's illustrated so perfectly what you are meaning. And yeah, I think that's a good thing that we have the opportunity to choose. And even if we don't have money, even if we don't have a whole lot of stuff in the world, we still have the options to choose do good or bad.
So what came to my mind while you were talking? So you can choose the excuse, or you can choose just find like another tool. Look at this. Breathing in bed, first thing in the morning before you look at your Facebook and everything, sitting in bed and doing breathing exercise. It's free. Like you said, it can take just couple minutes, isn't it? Doing meditation, going outside, sitting, I don't know, by the water somewhere on the forest, it's free. So what are you gonna choose? Excuse or mindfulness?
Exactly, exactly. You're so right. And it's so simple, but we make it complicated because, oh, we need that, and that. But it's you need mindfulness or you don't need mindfulness. Yeah, choose. You need the cigarette or you need the mindfulness. What's healthier for me to do? Smoking or not smoking? Yeah,
Yes, yes.
yeah,
There's the good thing is there's always a choice.
yeah. There are always two choices.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
So,
love our conversations. It's so interesting, and I hope that even if it helps one person to hear us, yes, and take something out of it, it will make me very, very happy.
yeah, me too. And if people don't take us seriously, but just have a laugh, that's a good point also because maybe we have made their oh my god, you know what I mean, we have made their day good.
Of
Yeah,
course, and laughter is a medicine also.
exactly.
Yeah. One way or another, it just like it will work out. Uh, it will work out for somebody in
Yeah,
one way or
yeah,
another.
maybe someone thinks that we are awesome and other things that we're crazy and other things that we are, yeah, just two women who talks and
Yes.
sharing experience.
Yes,
Yeah,
I agree.
exactly.
So thank you so much. It was so interesting having those conversations, and I think we can learn also from each other, which I love this fact.
Yeah, I love to learn and hear about your experience because when you talk to me about your experience, I will reflect about it, and I will learn something. Yeah, I think we are in a good way, both of us, in a positive way, and grateful